What's up guys, Jaboosle here, back with a brand new Bloodstrike video. It's been a minute since I actually went ahead and talked about this game. There's been a lot of information that has come out about the game in the last week to 2 weeks. I haven't really covered it, honestly. I completely forgot to upload videos, if I'm being honest. I've been kind of busy with real life stuff, and I just realized oh shit, I haven't uploaded a video in 4 days. I should probably do that. And I should probably also, keep you guys up to date with the latest Bloodstrike stuff. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Bloodstrike, of course. We're looking at the Facebook right here, and obviously in huge big letters, we can see they have announced that their global launch date is going to be March 21st. Now, the reason why this is very, very interesting is because if you guys know, this is the same launch date as Warzone Mobile. Now, this has obviously caused a lot of controversy online and stuff. Basically, Bloodstrike has been in soft launch in certain regions for quite some time. They haven't really announced anything in regards to new regions or a global launch or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, when Warzone Mobile announces their global launch date, they go ahead and decide to launch their global launch date too, and it happens to be on the same day. Now, the similarities between Bloodstrike and Warzone Mobile and them kind of copying Warzone Mobile in a sense does not end there. We're going to be looking at some more stuff here on their Facebook. So this was just posted recently. As you guys can see, it was posted 5 hours ago. Actually, I saw it earlier on Twitter, where they're basically saying global launch in 2 days, get ready for multiple legendary items, log in at least once a month for the next 3 months to claim the legendary, in parentheses, they call it Damascus Camo. Now, the reason why this is really, really funny is because if you guys don't know, the Damascus Camo is directly from Call of Duty. That's a Call of Duty camo, similar to how you unlock a bunch of camos and stuff, and eventually you get the gold version of that gun and stuff. This is what you get in Call of Duty when I think you've unlocked everything and you've done all the challenges and whatever it is. This is basically the highest of high in terms of camos that you can unlock. And now Bloodstrike is just blatantly copying it, not only in design but also in the name. They're just straight up saying, we're taking that and we're basically putting it in our game as well. And this kind of makes sense too, because many of you guys will already know by now, NetEase is known for copying other games, taking little bits from this game and that game and this game and putting it all into one thing, which is kind of what they've done with Bloodstrike. It has similarities to Apex Legends, it has similarities to, of course, Warzone and Call of Duty in general. It has similarities to a lot of popular first-person shooters, and it does kind of feel like this game has just taken a bunch of influence from a bunch of other things. But of course, it seems like they're really taking influence from Warzone Mobile. They've copied the release date at this point. They've straight up stolen, they're one of their highest end camos for their guns and stuff like that. And they also announced something else that shows that they are looking very closely at what Call of Duty is doing, and they're basically just trying to replicate that in their own game. Here we can see this was announced on March 15th. It was announced 4 days ago, basically. And so Shudder Island. Anyone who's ever played Call of Duty, whether it be COD Mobile, whether it be Warzone on PC or console or anything like that, is going to immediately recognize this type of map. It's an island, it's small, it's a BR map. It looks very similar to Rebirth Island and Alcatraz Island, maps that you will probably know from Call of Duty on PC and consoles. Warzone Mobile, of course, with their Rebirth Island, and then Call of Duty Mobile with Alcatraz Island. They're basically copying all of those Call of Duty games and this concept, and essentially doing their own version, which happens to look almost identical to the ones that you'll find in Call of Duty. And the reason why this is so interesting too is because they announced this very closely to when Call of Duty Mobile announced that they were going to be removing Alcatraz Island from the game. Now, I actually posted that over on our community post. Basically, they just said that they were going to be removing that, as well as, I believe it's called Shoot House, the multiplayer map. They were going to be removing that stuff from Call of Duty Mobile, and they were going to be bringing it back at a later time sometime this year. That was obviously very controversial because Alcatraz Island in COD Mobile was a fan favorite map, so them removing it at all from the game is obviously going to be a controversial thing. And then boom, Bloodstrike just comes in out of nowhere and says, don't worry guys, we have Shudder Island, and this is their version of that map. Basically, it's funny that they called it Shudder Island too. That's a popular movie from I don't even know what year, honestly. It has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. But anyway, this is basically their version of Alcatraz Island. It's very interesting. to see what Bloodstrike is doing right now. They're copying the Warzone Mobile global release date. They're copying the Damascus Camo. They're copying their, small, island map and stuff like that. But of course, as always, I want to know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Is this actually like a really good move that they're doing? Launching on the same day as Warzone Mobile, is that a death sentence, or is this actually like, an insane strategy and stuff? I know some people have defended it, saying a lot of people are going to be installing Warzone Mobile and maybe the performance is not going to be that great, and then they're going to see that another battle royale released the same day and maybe go download that one instead. And so maybe that could be a benefit for Bloodstrike. I don't know how it's going to turn out personally, but I do think it's kind of a dumb idea to launch on the same day. And then of course the copying Damascus and Shudder Island thing, it's just very funny to see how blatantly they are taking inspiration from Call of Duty. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Very interested in hearing your guys' thoughts on this. But with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.